we tend to take our senses for granted. Think of how much of a privilege it is for your eyes to be reading these words on the screen right now. Take a second to catch a whiff of the air around you, listen for the sounds in the room, and to touch the device in your hands. Our five senses are always at work simultaneously making sense of the world around us, but what happens when you lose one? Andrea Diaz, a patient at the Mississippi Medical Center, had been without hearing for a while. But the day that this gift was given back to her, her life changed. The emotional moment was caught on video and has since gone viral. See for yourself. Andrea had been deaf for a while, but this day would be different. Her audiologist, Dr. Vicky Gonzalez, had granted her the opportunity to be able to hear again. There was a device that could introduce or restore hearing, but it was not certain that it would work. She sat in a room with the doctor, her mother, and her partner, Kevin Peekman, to turn the implant on for the first time, hoping for the best. Immediately after it was on, Andrea heard her mom express her love for her. She was immediately overwhelmed with emotions and sounds. Andrea described the sounds as noisy and sounds funny. These implant devices are expensive and can range from $30,000 to $50,000 without insurance. However, they can be life-changing. The Mississippi Medical Center that implanted the device into Andrea's ear shared the experience on their Facebook page, explaining, "After receiving a cochlear implant, patients of UMMC ENT and Communicative Sciences audiologist Dr. Vicky Gonzalez are sometimes overcome with emotions when the device is turned on and the patient can gain or regain hearing. Andrea Diaz is one such example. She recently received an implant and became very emotional when the new device was activated under the watchful eye of her mother and Kevin Peekman, her boyfriend. However, the day's life-changing moments didn't end there. The good news didn't stop there for Andrea. While her life had changed entirely after the implant surgery, the moment she was able to hear again, she was about to experience another turning point. In the midst of her tears and laughter, Kevin dropped down to one knee and proposed to her. The longtime boyfriend said, "I love you so much, and you're my best friend, baby. I wanted to make the first thing you hear me asking you to marry me." He wanted these to be the first words she heard him say. Andrea was overwhelmed with emotion and completely sobbing at this point. "Yes, I like the ring. I can hear your voice." Andrea could barely process all the blessings she had just received at this point. "There's so much going on," before adding, "I'm very happy. It worked." Not only did Andrea get her hearing for the first time that day, but she also got to start her life with her husband-to-be. These two sweet moments were captured on video in a video that has since gone viral. Everyone who watched it was moved by Andrea's reaction to hearing "I love you" for the first time. This isn't the first time this kind of implant has given a deaf patient a chance to hear the precious words, "I love you." As an adult, these words hold a lot of meaning, but to a baby who is still forming its attachment, they can completely shape who they become. That's why baby Charlie, or Charlotte Keene's experience, was also so special. As a baby, Charlie didn't react to sounds or spoken cues, which worried her parents. Upon a request for a hearing test, she was diagnosed as being deaf based on the results. She was then given a hearing aid that was custom-made for her little ears. Her parents had no idea how startled the child would be when the aid was turned on for the first time. In the video recording of Charlie using her hearing aid for the first time, she can be seen as she hears her mother say, "I love you," for the first time. This video was released in 2017, and everyone who watched commented on how they were moved by it. The mother expressed that, "I was not expecting such a large response to the post." This earlier example showed the power and benefits of such a device, especially when introduced at a young age. Charlie is already making huge strides in her language development and has even learned her first sign for the word milk, explained her mom. Charlie is now a happy 5-year-old who is making the most of life despite her hearing loss. Her mom highlights that she enjoys spending time with her family at places like bowling alleys and Disneyland. Getting a glimpse into these precious private moments has brought hope to people who have a hard time finding the light in the world. One person wrote, "Two of the best things that happened to this girl in one day." Another added, "Well, not asking her in the middle of a crowd or in some sort of completely stupid and pressure-inducing, stressful situation. I think this is actually a very good way of proposing." A third said, "Absolutely sweet and nice. Hope they got a marvelous married life." Life is completely unexpected, No matter what cards were dealt or how difficult some days can be, there is a light somewhere to be found.